Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking you through how to make a thumbnail step by step. Now the first thing we're going to do is make a new project. I'm using photopia.com as usual, so just pull it up and follow along. Once you've made a new project, you want the width to be 1280 and the height to be 720. The DPI will be 72. Once you've set it to that size, just click create. From here, you're going to want a background image. Now, background images vary from thumbnail to thumbnail, but in general, it has to be something entertaining and eye-catching that is relevant to your video. So just keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to be making a Fortnite thumbnail, so I'm going to find a background that is relevant to this topic. Now, here's a really good image for the background, so I'm going to go ahead and download it and drag it into Photopia. Once you have your image in Photopia, you're just going to want to resize it till it fits on the canvas, and then click confirm at the top of the page. Once that's done, you have a few options. Firstly, you can just leave it how it is. A lot of times though, it'll look better if you use a color or a gradient overlay. So double click on the layer and the layer style will pop up. From here, select color overlay. Now as you can see here, I selected a color, lowered the opacity, and then changed the blend mode until it was something that I like. Color overlays make a massive change to the aesthetic of the image without you having to edit too much. Once you've selected the overlay you like, go ahead and click OK. Now you could either leave it like this, or add another effect on top of it. I'm going to go ahead and do that. So go ahead and click on New Adjustment Layer, which is located at the bottom of the Layers panel. A menu will pop up and you've got a ton of options to select from. I'm going to select Hue Saturation. The reason is you can change the hue to anything you want, and it's really easy to change the general aesthetic. If you were making a Halloween video, you could do something like this. But if you wanted a different style, you could go with any of these colors. I like how this looks, so I'm going to leave it like this. Now the background is pretty much done, but there's one more thing we can do. What we're going to do is take a transparent character or object related to the subject our video is about. Now in case you don't know what transparent is, it's basically an image which does not have a background. This will allow you to easily overlay it on top of your current background image. Now because this is a Fortnite thumbnail, I'm going to select a character related to Fortnite. A good tip when trying to find transparent images is to just search for it. Search for something like transparent Fortnite character or a transparent Rocket League car. Or anything else, but just make sure it's transparent. Once you've found the image you want to use, go ahead and download it. Then drag it into your canvas. From here, we're going to put it on one side of the canvas. You can also resize it so it fits differently. Once you have it in a position that you like, go ahead and click confirm. Now we're going to create either an outer glow or a drop shadow on the layer. So double click on the layer in the layers panel. Now you can either create a glow or a drop shadow, or you can do both. For this one, I'm going to use both. The first thing I'm going to do is create a drop shadow, which adds a 3D effect to the image and makes the character stand out. From here, I'm going to add an outer glow on top of it. You don't need much of an outer glow to make the character pop, so something like this will do. From here, we're just gonna click OK. Now it's time to add text. I always recommend a clear and easy to read font. It has to be extremely bold because YouTube thumbnails are usually pretty small and you want people to be able to read your thumbnail very easily. Go ahead and hit T on your keyboard and click on the canvas to create a new text layer. From here, type whatever you want to be on your thumbnail. Now, I'm just going to use the default text it gives me because this is just a template. Now change the font color to white. This will make it really pop out. From here, you can adjust the text, center it, or align it to the left or right. I'm just going to leave it centered. Now hit confirm. Now hit Ctrl-Alt-T or go to Edit and Free Transform. We're going to scale the text up so it's very big and takes up most of the canvas. Now go ahead and pick a font you like. I think this one is a bit too busy and it's difficult to read from a small size, so we're going to change it to something cleaner. Make sure your text tool is selected and then click on the text to edit it. Select all the text by hitting Ctrl A on your keyboard and select the font drop down menu. From here you can select a font that you like. This one is actually really good, so I'm going to stick with this. You can resize it again if you want, because some fonts are larger than others. Once you have it where you like it, click Confirm. From here, we're going to drag the text layer under the character layer. As you can see right here, this will create an overlay effect and make the thumbnail look really 3D. Now we're going to go ahead and add a drop shadow to the text to make it pop more. Double click on the text layer and the layer style will pop up. Go ahead and select drop shadow. Something like this will work great. If you want to copy my effect exactly, just copy these numbers. We're also going to add an outer glow to this text. The reason why I use outer glow so much is because it creates a really glowy and vibrant effect, and it's just really aesthetically pleasing to look at. Once you're done with the effect, go ahead and click OK. As you can see, our thumbnail is almost done. We just have a few more things we need to do. Open a new tab and search for an overlay effect. You can really pick any you want, but I'm going to go with a fire one for this one. So I'm going to search for a fire overlay effect. Once you've found an effect you like, you can go ahead and download it. Then just drag it onto the canvas. Make sure it's scaled up so it covers the entire canvas, and move it around until you think it looks good. Now, in order for this effect to work, it needs to be highly contrasted. Now, the background is not entirely black, so we're going to fix that real quick. Go to the Layers panel and select New Adjustment Layer. From here, we're going to select Brightness Contrast. Once you've done this, a menu will pop up. Turn the contrast all the way up. As you can see here, it defines the flames a lot more. Now, holding Shift, select the Brightness Contrast layer and your effect layer. From here, right-click and click Merge Layers. Now the contrast is permanently attached to the effect layer. From here, we're going to go ahead and select Linear Dodge. With that done, go ahead and drag the effect under the character and the text if you want. Now as you can see, this looks really good, but the fire is orange and it doesn't fit with the color scheme of the rest of the image. So we're going to go ahead and navigate to New Adjustment Layer again, and this time select Hue and Saturation. We're going to go ahead and select Colorize, increase the saturation, and change the hue to something we like. I think something like this will be good, so now right-click on the Hue Saturation layer and click Create Clipping Mask. This will apply it only to the fire. From here, you can go ahead and change the hue of the clipping mask further until it fits perfectly. I think this looks great. And with that, your thumbnail is done. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and leave a comment letting me know what other tutorials you would like to see. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.